في البداية دعونا نذكركم بأهم العلاقات الرياضية التي تعرفنا إليها سابقا باستخدام قانون غاوس. تعرفنا إلى موصل كروي مشحون تتوزع الشحنات فيه على سطحه بانتظام بمقدار Q. إذا كان نصف القطر الموجود هو A، فإننا في هذه الحالة وجدنا 3 قيم لشدة المجال الكهربائي. 1. عنده نقطة R أقل من A، أي في داخل هذا الموصل وجدنا أن شدة المجال تساوي 0 لعدم وجود شحنات في الداخل، وذلك لأن الشحنات تترتب على سطح الموصل. أما على نقطة على سطح الموصل، أي عند A تساوي R، وجدنا أن قيمة شدة المجال الكهربائي تساوي KQ على A تربيع. إذا كانت النقطة بعيدة عند R أكبر من A، أي خارج هذا الموصل، وجدنا أن E تساوي KQ على R تربيع، فتبدو الكرة في هذه الحالة كما لو كانت شحنة نقطية.
The surface charge density will be higher than there, because the curvature is stronger than it is here. And so you expect the highest surface charge density, where the curvature is the highest, smallest radius, and that means that also the electric field will be stronger there. That follows immediately from Gauss's law. If this is the surface of a conductor, any conductor, a solid conductor, where the E field is 0 inside of the conductor, and there is surface charge here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Gaussian pillbox. This surface is parallel to the conductor. I go in the conductor, and this now is my Gaussian surface. Let this area be capital A, and let's assume that it is positive charge so that the electric field lines come out of the surface like so, perpendicular to the surface, always perpendicular to equipotential. So now if I apply Gauss's law, which tells me that the surface integral of the electric flux throughout this whole surface, well, there's only flux coming out of this surface here. I can bring that surface as close to the surface as I want to. I can almost make it touchless. And since the surface charge density is going to be the highest here, even though the whole thing is in equipotential, the electric field will also be higher here than it will be there. I can demonstrate this to you in a very simple way. I have here a cooking pan, and the cooking pan, I used to boil lobsters in there. It's a large pan. The cooking pan I'm going to charge up, and the cooking pan here has a radius, whatever it is, maybe 20 centimeters, but look here at the handle, how very small this radius is. So I'm going to put charge on there, and I'm going to convince you that I can scoop off more charge here, where the radius is small, than I can scoop off here. I have here a small, flat spoon, and I'm going to put the spoon here on the surface here and on the surface there, and we're going to see from where we can scoop off the most charge. Still charge from the previous lecture. So here we see the electroscope that we have seen before. I'm going to charge this cooking pan with my favorite technique, which is the electrophorus. So we have the cat fur and we have the glass plate. I'm going to rub this first with the cat fur, put it on, put my finger on, get a little shock, charge up the pen, put my finger on, get another shock, charge up the pen, and another one, charge up the pen, make sure that I get enough charge on there, rub the glass again, put it on top, put my finger on, charge, once more, and once more. Let's assume we have enough charge on there now. Here is my little spoon. I touch here the outside here of the can, of the pan, and go to the electroscope, and you see a little charge. It's very clear. What I want to show you now, it's very qualitative, is that when I touch here the handle, it's a very small radius that I can take off more charge. There we go. Substantially more. That's all I wanted to show you. So you've seen now in front of your own eyes for the first time that even density here. Only if it is a sphere, of course, for circle symmetry reasons, will the charge be uniformly distributed. So I'm draining charge now off the Van de Graaff, thereby lowering the potential of the Van de Graaff, and so these crazy sparks that occur here can no longer occur, but now they will. Can you hear them? And now you can't. If I were crazy, then I would develop a corona discharge between the Van de Graaff and myself. One way I could do that is by approaching it with my fingertips, as I mentioned earlier, but that may be a little bit too dangerous because I may draw a spark. I may be hit by lightning, which is the last thing that I would want today. However, a coronal discharge using these tinsels may be less dangerous. So I get a continuous flow of current, which now unfortunately doesn't go through the lightning rod, but now it goes straight through my body. And I can assure you that I can feel that. It's probably a very low current. It may be only a few microamperes, but it's not funny. It's not pleasant. But anything for my students, what the hell. So there we go. Yeah. You see the tinsels? I'm now in a corona discharge, and I feel the current through my fingers. It's a continuous discharge now. This is St. Elmo's fire. You can't hit... Ah, that was lightning. Boy, you got something for your $27,000. Oh, man. Okay. So you saw both corona discharge and you saw lightning. Boy, you were luckier than the first class, by the way.
وبماذا يفيد فرق الجهد بالحياة؟
يوضح اختبار الجهد كيفية عمل قلبك أثناء ممارسة الأنشطة البدنية، ونظراً لأن ممارسة التمارين تجعل القلب يضخ بشكل أقوى وأسرع، قد يكشف اختبار الجهد للمشكلات التي تتعلق بتدفق الدم داخل القلب، وعادة ما يتضمن اختبار الجهد السير على جهاز المشي أو ركوب دراجة ثابتة بينما تتم مراقبة ضربات القلب وضغط الدم والتنفس.